Good morning, everybody. It's about 7:30. Today is Friday. I'm picking up the trailer. I'm gonna meet up with the guys here in a few minutes. Have them out running some errands. I might tackle a yard or two myself until I meet up with them. I just got my two main guys running with me today, Johnny and Ben. Oh yeah, I got new glasses. Well, I got glasses, not new glasses. I mean, I see pretty good and everything, but I mean, I've needed them for a long time. It's just subtle. I got shot in the right eye with a BB gun when I was like, I think 15 or something. It ruptured like blood vessels and everything. It ended up making me nearsighted and farsighted. So, yeah, I got glasses finally after a very long time. So I need to get some like prescription glasses for work. Maybe you guys can help me out on like some good tips to be able to, like, you know, still wear a prescription while you're at work, because I don't want to like destroy these things. So but anyways, I'm getting shoulder surgery. I tore my rotator cuff in 2005. Like really bad. Like it was a big fight. I broke up and it was a big fight. I broke up and it ended up getting destroyed. Rotator cuff and, you know, bone chipped off the socket, like all that nasty stuff. And it was fine. You know, I got through a lot of it. And then last year, I ended up re-tearing it again, and it just hasn't been the same ever since. It's been a year, and so it's just come down to finally, like, I need to get it fixed. So there's a lot of clicking and grinding and just pain, especially whenever I trim hedges and things like that. It gets pretty bad. So I think finally I'm gonna do something finally. So I went to orthopedic surgeon yesterday, and yeah, after I got an MRI, and it was worse than I thought it was, and which sucks. So I have a torn rotator cuff, torn labrum. I have arthritis in my clavicle because of the injury being older than it should have been. I have tendons that are torn. I have, there's something, and I don't know what it is, like in 2005, whenever my arm dislocated and everything broke and tore and got mangled up, a piece of bone the size of my thumbnail shot off and went and it just cut through all the muscles, and I was told that that muscle acid had to eat it all out. So I don't know what it is, but I can't imagine that's 10 years later remnants of that. But maybe apparently he said something must have built up, because there's something about the size, half the size of my thumbnail, like floating around in my shoulder, and he thinks that that's what's causing my shoulder to get kind of like stuck and locked up sometimes when I move. So he said it might be worse whenever they go in. He's got a feeling, because he felt all the clicking and grinding, and it wasn't good. You know, I'm not a drama queen by any means. So we'll see what happens with that. In our line of work, though, it's scary to conceive the thought of rotator cuff surgery or any kind of surgery that puts you down, because I had no idea that rotator cuff surgery was so intense. You know, in my case, I guess they're going to have to put 2 spots where they drill into the bone with sutures, and they have to suture up the rotator cuff, the labrum, and whatever else. I mean, I'm not going to sound like a medical genius at all. That's what my fiance's for. But so I just didn't know that it puts you down so long, because I'm like the kind of guy that, like, I can't stand anything keeping me down, man. So I'm going to listen to my girl. She's going to get me through it. So it'll be a benefit of having a nurse at the house. So it takes about a month, I guess. You're in a sling where you can't even take your arm out of a sling, so that's bad. And then a couple of months of physical therapy. So after, I guess, probably about 3 months, I should be able to kind of start working. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do it. The only other option, he said, was, because of how bad it is to do some type of light physical therapy and pain management. I don't do drugs, so I can't like do that whole pain management thing. So he's like, if you want to fix it long term, then I mean, it's at this point there's no option. So other than surgery. So October 12th is my surgery, and it's a little nerve-wracking. I don't stress out really. So, but it is because, you know, our business is hands-on and I'll be hands-off. I can't even like go out and drive around with the guys for a little while. So, and I have all the confidence in them, but you know, I like to just be very hands-on and see everything. But in our line of work, man, to be down with something like this is not cool. And really the only option we have is to do it in the fall. You know, our lawns down here in Florida, like I'm sure a lot of places, you know, starting October 1st to April 1st, we actually mow the properties every other week, though we're on the properties every week. Like 1 week we'll mow stuff, the next week maybe like we'll skip the edging when we mow it, then maybe the next week we'll edge it and do cleanup stuff, and then vice versa. You know, we'll bounce it back and forth, and it's a very as kind of needed thing. So that'll be a good benefit, you know, as far as you know, still being able to get all the work done, not stressing out about me not being there, because it's not going to be so intense, you know, over the next you know, few months. So basically my heal time, you know, we have about 5 months or so where it's like downtime, what we call downtime, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use that time to get surgery and to get it done. So it's like, it's in pain every single day, all that crap, especially when I trim hedges, man. Like when I was doing that landscape job and I was like using the auger and drilling all those holes and then going through roots and stuff and having to pry back and forth and lift up, you know, that 40-50 pound auger, which isn't a lot of weight, but when you're doing it all day long, like it gets to a point like that, dude, that stuff like put me down, man. So I know I need to get it done, so I'm gonna get it done, and it's gonna be all good. So, but I'll try and like, you know, because there's one video out there I saw with, you know, rotator cuff, you know, like going in surgery, like out, all that stuff. So it's really hard, and I like to research and I like to see things. So you know, I'll try to do my best to put something together through the entire process. That way it helps out other people who have questions like I did and do, you know, that are considering like doing this, especially in landscape, man. Like, I mean, not every, like roofing, you know, like doing tile, carpet work, like anything where we use our hands and we depend on them, and that's our livelihood. So what's cool is, you know, my doctor that's going to be doing it, he's had 2 shoulder surgeries himself, so that kind of meant a lot to me as far as picking, you know, the right person to do it. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm on the way right now to go. I'm probably gonna get started on these properties until my guys get back. But we've picked up some more accounts and some more homes and all that, and people take for granted like the fall. They think that just because we're about to go into the fall that, you know, getting accounts is over and all that stuff. So first of all, like, just a tip for most of you that don't know or thinking about getting into commercial properties, don't wait until the summertime. They don't do bids in summertime. The bids are always in the fall. Like I took over a couple of condos during the summer, and that's never I'm spinning out back there. It's wet as crap out here. But that's never preferable to take over large properties in the middle of summer. So definitely get prepared. Your November, December, January is when most of the bids come up for your commercial properties. I'll also do a video now that we get in I'll have tons of downtime, so I'll do some more stuff that talks about, you know, starting the business up from my perspective and what's worked for me, and something that is really never hit on much, and that's rebuilding a business that you lost in landscape, and how you can do it, you know, as far as my personal experiences go. So, you know, I'll get with you guys on all that kind of stuff, because I have plenty of time coming up. Sit down, not do crap. All right, well, I'm gonna bounce and maybe get some footage of busting out these yards by myself over here.
No sights, no blame, no conscience, and there's no shame. There's always something secure, lost and adrift with no way to shore. But it's so simple, and you should know that it's so simple. This drowning is slow. so right all the time. Oh, you could never answer a single line. Well, you become a waste of time. I've taken back myself from the grime. If it's so simple, then you should know. If it's so simple, just let me out. And I don't have a cure. Been waiting for something else to come along. I don't have a cure. It's in your hands and pushes me down, but I can't walk this alone. And it changes what I know. A sense of facing a long way to go. Can't you fake it? Just can't take it. I'm torn. Will you watch over